have dollars. And I just like laughed so hard. I'm like, all right, welcome to Flow. So this is going to be a mix of yoga style moves or yoga inspired moves, plus balance, plus flexibility, and we're just going to work through it. And at the end, we'll do a nice little relaxation piece. For those of you that have come before or joined online, you'll notice that the class will have similarity, but it will be flexible. It's not exactly the same. Some of it's just how I feel and what I feel like maybe our bodies, my body, your bodies need. So if you have something that you really want to target, let me know. You know, I can like take that into consideration and try to just fly by the seat of my pants. I kind of just work that way. And at the end, when we do the relaxation, feel free to grab like an extra layer to put on to help you be nice and warm. We're going to start with a warm up because I don't know about you guys, but my body feels cold right now. It does not feel super warm. So we're going to start with a little warm up. And you guys are all perfect. Your mats are facing the right direction. This is no longer lined up so good for the camera, unfortunately. Somebody moved it, touched it. So if you want to come in to stand at the top of your mat, are there mats that are flatter? Are those the only ones that are over there?
They have the gray ones like underneath the flat.
Like that kind?
Yeah.
That would be way better for us just because it just won't move on you. Those ones tend to be kind of a little sticky. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
I think what happened is somebody moved this part.
There, that's better. I don't know. Okay. All right, I'm going to start the music. That'll be better for you. Yeah, no worries. And if you use anything from the gym, just make sure you give it a good sterilize afterwards to keep everybody COVID safe. If you're going to move around in the room and get closer to people, it would be appreciated if you put your mask on. But when you're working out within your little designated area, you certainly don't need to wear a mask, but you can if you want. So totally up to you. I just want everybody to feel safe and comfortable so that everybody enjoys their experience while they're here. And I'm going to start the music. All right. So first of all, we'll just move our feet back and forth and just start to kind of warm up and move, get some vibrations happening here. I was just sitting at home before I came, chilling for a few minutes. I came home with my dog who's had all the issues with her injuries. She managed to get all her bandaging off today while Mommy was at work, so she greeted me with all her bandaging off, and I was like, oh, what do the ears look like? But thankfully she hadn't managed to do any damage. So, and then just bring the feet closer together and just continue to kind of pitter-patter. Just move it as you do your movements. Feel what it feels like. Slow it down and feel what it feels like to be aware and present each and every little part of your foot. Once you start to actually think about it, it feels different, right? And think about your toes having separation and space between them so that you're really aware of the ground and you're really deliberate. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm distracted or stressed, I can't even walk properly. Like you fall, like you're intoxicated or something. Like being present matters, right? Now we're just gonna kind of roll our feet from the heels to the toes and feel what that feels like. Feel what your balance feels like, right? And it's okay if you get tippy. It's okay, I won't judge. And just, you know, feel what it feels like to lose your balance and find it again, right? Be aware of your body. Play with the movement. you've done it for a bit, you can start to try to get higher on the pads of your feet. Beautiful. Good job. Nice. And as we're doing that, we're working our balance, all our stabilizers. Make the movement nice and slow. Try to like think about your, in a slow motion movie or video. Slow it right down as slow as you can go and as controlled as you can go. It helps to find something to focus on. Anytime we do any balance work, pick something to look at. If you want to challenge your balance, close your eyes. That's a whole nother, yeah, right? It's a whole nother level of like falling over. But yeah, when you're in a pose and if you want to. Now, the next time you come to the tops, the front of your feet, hold it. And very deliberately pull all those muscles up. Woo, from your feet all the way up, your legs. This floor is uneven. I know, right? That's what it is. It's the floor. It's so uneven. Shake it out a little bit and then try it again. Right? Just, you know, have fun with it. Don't stress. Keep everything light on top, but from your toes all the way up to your buttocks, that's all going to be really deliberately pulling and firm and strong. Pretend you're a ballerina. Ooh, excellent. Wow, that got those muscles feeling a little warm and alive, right? Oh yeah. What's so important, right? To use your body completely in all its ways. Now just bringing your knee up a little bit. Now just slow it down. Up and then roll through your foot, just like we were doing when we were in both of our feet. Roll it through. Good job. Nice. Start to wake up those hips a little bit. Because I do have a back injury, I also have hip issues. It's hand in hand. But movement is so important even when you have an injury. As long as you are smart about how you move and you're aware of your body. All right, now this one, when you bring it up, I want you to glue it to your other leg. If you would like, bring your arms out, help you. Absolutely, Gail. Awesome adaptation. You can have your foot down. Totally cool. Beautiful. Now, slowly, and if you've got your foot on the floor, you can still extend your foot forward. Just extend the leg out. You should feel that quad kick in and start to burn pretty quick. Right? Warming up. You don't always have to do cardio to get your heart rate up a little bit. Excellent. Bring that down. Let's do it on the other foot. And while you're doing this, you're stabilizing legs working too, right? So bring your knee up. Try to have it as much of a 90-degree angle as you can. Bring your arms out, parallel to the floor. Think about those figure skaters, the women, you know, and the man comes along, lifts her up from under, spins her around. All right, now slowly, wherever you are, if you're here, you're just going to extend your leg. If you're here, bring that leg out, extend it, hold it, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Always breathing. Good work. Nice. And bring it down. We're going to do the same movement, but with our leg in tree. Okay? So in tree, you're trying to get as much space here, nice and flat, like you're between panes of glass. So tree can be here, just right at the floor. It can be at the calf, or it can be up further. Usually you have to kind of grab your foot to place it. Depending on what kind of pants you have on, it may be impossible to stick your leg just because some of the fabrics are really slippery. Now when you're here, you want to push this foot into that leg and create that energy. Beautiful. And then the hands are at heart center, and you're pushing your hands against each other, creating that same energy. And your hands are away from your body. And you're breathing. Always breathing. Your breath is the fuel for your body. And it also helps to ground you and stabilize you. Excellent. Bring it down. Shake it out a little bit. Those stabilizers are working hard, so everything starts to try to cramp up a little bit, right? So we want to just shake it out, tell it to relax. It's okay. So you can do it on the other side. Now, you might not be the same on one side as the other. Our bodies aren't completely equal on each side, right? You may have injuries or whatever. So you can be up here on one and then maybe here on the other. That's okay. Foot can be at the floor, at the calf, or absolutely, Maya's already there, bringing it up into tree. Ooh, I don't know, be there today, and that's okay. You know, give it a couple goes, and if you can't, that's okay. Slow the breath, pushing, creating that energy between your arms. Focusing on something in the room. Nice. Excellent, and bring it down. Again, shake it out a little bit, right? You feel kind of a little more warm and a lot of energy happening now. A little fatigue even maybe, right? Okay, so we've done airplane before. Airplane is basically exactly like you would imagine little kids, you know, right? So when you do airplane, your leg is gonna go like, if I go like this so you can see, it's gonna go straight behind you. And what you want to avoid is this, right? You don't want to open your hip at all. You want to keep your hip square. Your arms are going to come out beside you, nice and strong and deliberately. And then as you tip forward, your leg goes up and your body goes down, keeping your head in line with your spine in a neutral position as it would be if you're standing. Now, if you just come barely off the floor, that's okay. If you're parallel to the floor, that's okay. Wherever you are in between, that's okay. If you lose your balance, just reset and come back. Keep those hips nice and square. Once you're in a position, you've been there for a little bit, maybe challenge yourself and try to go a little further. Excellent, and come back up. Ooh, feeling some fatigue and those stabilizing sides, eh? Yeah. Shaky, shaky. All right. On the other side, when you're ready, start by putting that leg back, square off those hips. Arms go out, find your balance. Good work, nice. Then when you're ready, tip over. You know, go a little ways. See how that feels. Go a little ways, a lot further. See how that feels. Breathing. Try to challenge yourself and go a little further. Come back up. Woo. Shoot it out. Nice. How you guys feeling? All right. One more with the leg extended. We're going to do star. Okay? So twinkle, twinkle, ladies. So if you're just here, that's fine. Okay? That's as far as you can get, and your arms go out. That's good. No worries. If you can, shoot that star up into the sky. Good. Choose your focal point. Keep your gaze there. Excellent. Come back up.
Are we going to the side with that one, or just trying to put it in an angle?
Trying to be to the side.
Okay.
As much as possible rather than forward.
Okay.
You want to try to be like shooting straight to the side. Again, kind of like you're between two panes of glass as much as you can. Okay, so it's, yeah, as much as you can. You're going to have a little bit of an angle, but not much. I mean, I'm not doing it by any means perfectly, but yeah, your goal is to try to be to the side. Okay, other side. So if this is where you are, that's okay. Okay, just get that idea, and as you hold that, your muscles are A, getting muscle memory. B, they are developing in the position, right? And then you can start to challenge yourself by tipping over. I mean, you do have to go slightly forward because your body can't completely go. You know what I mean? Because your body will run into your hip. Does that make sense? So you have to be slightly forward, but. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this. Excellent, and come up. Nice. All right, we're going to go into a lunge. And the important thing with a lunge always, anytime you do a lunge or a squat, basically anytime you bend your legs, is that you're not letting your knee come past your ankle, right? So you should always be able to see your foot because your knee needs to stay in line with your ankle, okay? As soon as your knee goes past your ankle, you're increasing knee injury risk, all right? So for a lunge, you need to have a nice wide stance, and then you're going to sink right down, keeping those hips square. You don't want to open them up, and this leg stays straight. This leg has a beautiful 90-degree angle, okay? Should be able to see your foot. And then to increase the challenge, you can raise your arms. I'm just gonna come back to face you now, okay? Lovely. So sink into it and breathe. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Lovely, good adjustments. Nice, good job, ladies. Very good focus, good breathing. Little adjustments you can make is try to have your body a little more upright as you sort of sink into that lunge. Excellent. Push your back leg up to meet the front. Do a little movement, and then we're going to switch legs, okay? So Nice wide stance. That's key, because if you've got your legs too close together, you're more apt to go forward in that knee, right? You want to go down, keeping those hips nice and square. Sink into it. Arms come up. Try to have your body upright. Space between your elbow or your shoulders and your ears, so sink those shoulders down. Beautiful. Energy coming out of your fingertips. Lovely. And breathe. Nice, good work. And come on up. Now we're going to do a little bit of downward dog. Most people know what downward dog is. Just going to show you though something, because it's hard to see when you're in downward dog. With downward dog, your hips are high and you're creating like a triangle, okay? What you don't want to do is round your back at all. In contrast, what you actually want to do is like this kind of thing when you're down there. So you're reaching your chest toward your toes. So to make it easier, legs are further apart. To make it more challenging, legs are together. So if I was going down into downward dog, my back right now, I'm not doing any pushing yet, I've just hinged. My back's not rounded, but I'm not challenging anything yet, per se. Heels are reaching for the ground. Now watch the adjustment. Now that pushes everything into here, increasing the strength, the stretch. So you see how I kind of pushed my chest towards my feet? Yes? So when you're doing that, think about creating that movement in your chest to create that triangle, okay? So get into the position first, and then try to tweak it a little bit with that little bit of an adjustment, okay? Remember, you can have your feet at the sides, edges of the mat, if you'd like, or they can be right together. Your choice, your workout. Hands are flat on the mat, heels are down. Once you're there, then push your chest towards your feet, further flattening out your back, hips are high, and breathe. This is one of those positions where you may start to feel a little bit of like anxiety almost. That's normal. Breathe through it. Don't let it take you over. Tell yourself, I'm okay, I can do this. This might be challenging, but I can do this. Slow your breathing down and breathe through it and use your breath to get comfortable in the position. Excellent. Just gonna take a peek at you guys. You look good. Nice. Good job pushing your shoulders and your chest towards your feet. That looks really good. Now what I'd like you to do is you're going to take one foot at a time and roll the heel up to the pad of your foot and then switch to the other foot. Kind of like what we were doing when we were warming up, but do it while you're in downward dog. Good, pulling those, yes, exactly. Roll through those feet, really good, guys. And just do that for a little bit. One more each side. And then both heels to the floor again. Take a deep breath, exhale, and pull your body a little closer towards those toes. And then I want you to drop your heels. Exactly. And you're going to go exactly. You're going to go right into a little ball. And you're going to bring your head to your knees. Your hands are going to face the ceiling, and you're going to tuck them back by your toes. You're just going to curl up like a child that's wounded, you know, and they go into that little ball, they have a little cry. It's one of the moves my 1-year-old grandson does. He's having a little meltdown. While you're here and you're breathing, try to slow your breath down. You may find that you're breathing kind of a little bit increased, rapid. Just try to be relaxed. This position, the reason why you might see children do this naturally, instinctively, is because this position is actually very grounding and de-stressing. It's like an inward focus. It's almost like a survival position. Excellent. And come on up. Slowly, so you don't get like head rush. Yeah. And then I want you to take your hand to one side, and then you're going to bend that elbow towards your body, and then reach over to the side. Oh my goodness. Anybody else feel that? Oh yeah. Bend that elbow into your body. Oh gosh, that feels good. Woo. Come on up. Oh boy. Now let's do the other side. So that hand out and bend that elbow. And then reach over, and as you reach over, you're gonna bend into it even more. And exhale. Go right straight over. Oh. Am I the only one that feels that good about it? Am I the only one that feels that good about it?
My head's a little dizzy still from Queen.
I'm just like, you know when you scratch your dog in the right place and it's like, oh, right?
Yeah.
Or your cat. It feels so good, like right down into my waist. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. And now let's just go into child's pose. So bring your toes together. Okay? So your toes are together, but your heels go apart. So you create that diamond. And then exactly, catch up to Maya. We're going to sink down into the floor. You're going to bring your chest down, lovely Gail. And you're just going to drip down there. Allow your head to go to the side. And push your chest towards the floor and just let the movement, let the stretch happen, let gravity do its thing. This is a beautiful stretch for your hips.
Okay, so I do have one request.
Yes.
Can you work on the splits?
The split? Oh my God, I can't do the split.
Or splits variations?
we can do something that will encourage movement through your groin. How about that?
Sounds good. I've been trying to get them. It's so hard.
Yeah. We can do a pigeon, which is really good for the hip, and it's a partial front split. All right, come on up. We're just gonna do a warrior. We're gonna go back corner, do a little bit of warrior, and then pull back down to the floor. body just really need a little extra stretching today. So, you know, if I'm in control, I brought you along for the ride. Come on up. And if you want to move your mats to be horizontal for warriors, so that you have the mat under both your feet, please feel free to do that. Because I was inactive when I was recovering from my surgery for 6 weeks, and just getting back into activity for the first one was so powerful. And now I'm kind of amping it up a little bit, but now I'm like sore, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I haven't done something surgery. Okay? When did you have surgery? December 16th. Yeah. So then I had to rest, do nothing for 6 weeks, which was crazy. All right. So for warrior, just like when we did our front lunge, okay? Same idea. You want a really nice wide stance. The front leg is going to go into that 90-degree angle. Your back leg is facing the front of the room, or the window in your guys' case, for most of you. And your hips are wide, okay? You've got a lot of space there. Sink into that front leg. Bring your arm onto that leg, but not right on the knee. And then the back arm is going to shoot up to the ceiling. Now, you want to avoid this, where you're pulling your shoulder up to your chin. You want to create space between your hand, or your shoulder and your face. Your hand has lots of energy as it's reaching for the sky. And breathe. If you'd like an additional challenge, you can take the arm that's on the knee or on the thigh, and you can drip it down to the floor between the center sort of space there and reach for the floor. You just want to make sure that your knee stays in line with your ankle. And breathe. Now, we're going to come up, but we're not going to move the legs. So come right up to warrior two. Beautiful. Hands are nice and parallel. Oh, nice. I know, right? I know. It's good for us. Right, Gail? Buttons for punishment. It is good for us. Now, tip this arm back, and this arm comes up, reaching for the sky. Again, lots of space between this shoulder and your face. You don't want to pull it up into your face. Be aware of what your breath is doing. Control it. Be deliberate with it. Come back to warrior two. Lovely. Almost there. Excellent. And come center. Tip forward. This will help with splits. This is like forward split, but like not over. It's beginning stage. So you can stay. If you're right here, your legs are straight but not locked, and you can stay right here. If you want to challenge yourself and your flexibility further, bring your hands to the ground. Now, just like your downward dog, pull your chest to your feet, and just as you exhale, flatten yourself out. And then here is where you're sort of really helping with having a lot of flexibility to work towards something like front splits. Bend your knees and roll up, and you can round your back here. We don't round our back very often, but you can right there. Lovely. Nice. I was young. I used to be able to do splits no problem because I was in ballet and dance. I was young. So no, I don't think I can, honestly. Not with my hips the way they are. My hips are too ridden with arthritis. All right, so front leg is in that 90. Excellent. Back leg is facing, for most of you, the window. Okay, sink into it a little deeper. Challenge yourself. Come forward onto that thigh. And then bring the back arm up to the ceiling. Lots of strength and energy. Space between the ear and the hand, the arm. And breathe. Excellent. Now come on up to warrior 2. How you doing? Keep those legs nice and strong. Oh, we didn't drop down to the floor on that one. Oh well, forgot. You can do that later. Try to get a little lower, you know? You can always be making small adjustments that increase the challenge for yourself. Tip back. I find this one's really challenging to breathe through. It almost knocks the wind out of me. So I have to be really aware not to hold my breath. Excellent. Come back to warrior 2. Lovely. Good job. Nice. You guys look so good. Shoulders are nice and down. I love it. I kind of do this sometimes when I'm stressed out. It's like, oh my God, it hurts. I'm so tired to start. I can do this. I can do this. Excellent. Again, we're going to come center. Bring your feet forward. Wide stance. Hinge from the hip, keeping the back neutral, okay? Just nice and neutral. You can come over and stay right there in tabletop. Legs are straight but not locked. Or you can come to the floor, bringing your hands to the floor, exhaling, and encouraging your chest to reach for those feet, for those heels. Bend your knees and roll up slowly. Round your back. Nice. One more sort of challenging pose. We're going to do intense pose or chair pose. Okay, we've done it before, but you may or may not have done it. Basically, you're imagining you're reaching for a chair that's not there, right? You're creating a chair with your body. So, just like before, we were talking about not letting those knees go forward, right? You're getting your butt to go back. So you're bending at your hips, keeping your knees in line with your ankles, and then you're reaching for a chair that isn't there. Now your hands can come into intense pose or heart pose, heart center. And you're going to push your hands against each other to create that energy. Excellent. You can have your feet a little bit apart or together, whatever feels right for you. Nice. Breathe through it. Once you're there, you know, you could try go a little further. And if you want to make it more intense, you can reach the arms up, keeping beautiful, good, keeping the space between your shoulders and your ears, right? Lovely, good work, you guys. Nice. It's called intense pose for a reason. Excellent. You come up. We'll go back into it one more time. Just did anybody hear that big boom? Like, I don't know what time it was. Maybe around 4 o'clock, just big boom. No. Apparently you heard it from Quadrant of Black Creek. I definitely heard it, and I'm like, oh my god, what was that? It was just one massive boom. Nobody heard it? Here? It was on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, I heard it. So it had to happen, right? If it was unknown, that like legit, like, yes, I've been reporting it from Quadrant of Black Creek. Oh, really? Yeah, aliens.
Even astronaut or something about that.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, use the one on the, if you want for your hands, remember the one on the, no, right there. That one has that hand sanitizer, like the spray. Oh, sorry, you're Kleenex. That one's like better for your hands than this one's for like cleaning stuff. If you want to wash it with your hands. I can't raise my hands in this one. It's too challenging for my back, for my low back. I just can't. Excellent. Up. Yeah, let's just do a mountain pose for a sec. So mountain pose is basically standing nice and tall and straight. And then you've got that energy happening here. Now make that energy intense between your arms, okay? You should actually feel your pectoral muscles all fired up. Your arms fired up, yes? Lots of energy happening. And then bring them up. Let that energy just soar out of you up into the sky. Release it. All right, so we're gonna go down to the floor for some stuff, and then we'll wind it down with the relaxation. I'm just gonna move my mat to be facing you again vertically. All right. So I don't know if you guys have ever done, but I know it is pigeon. Okay. So with pigeon, what you do is the goal is to have, I'm just going to come here for a second, is to have this leg parallel as possible. That's the goal, okay? Adapted, it's closer to your body, exactly. And then what you want to do is come up onto that hip, your hands support your body weight, okay? And then your body is as upright as possible. Lovely, okay? More challenging, that foot is further away from the body. And this creates a beautiful stretch through your hip and through your thigh of your rear leg, which down the road, you might have both legs out straight, right? is a nice one to do when you're trying to work on stretching for splits. And you just want to sink further into it, you know, as you get more comfy. Lovely, good job. And if you want an additional stretch, you can sink down to the floor, okay? So give that a try. Exhale and sink down. Excellent. Next full breath when you're finished. One up. Roll out of it. This one can't be done very gracefully. And then switch sides, okay? Well, maybe just for me, because I'm always hip and back issues. I'm like, I can't do that one very gracefully. And then just working to the other side, okay? Trying to have that front leg as parallel as possible. I haven't done this stretch in a long time, so mine's pretty close to my body. And then you're trying to have your weight completely centered so that you're sinking into that space that's between your back leg and your front leg, really, okay? So you're trying to have your groin on the floor, right? Sounds really, yeah, lovely. But anyways, that's what you're trying to do, right? And then your body is nice and upright. Okay? And y'all look just like pigeons. This side's easier for me because it's not my injured hip. You can definitely sink down more in it. And then when you feel ready, if you'd like to, you can bring it down to the floor with your arms, your elbows, onto your forearms, whatever it looks like for you. Remember where you are today is perfect for you for today, and each side might look different, and every class might look different for you, and that's okay. Just be proud of yourself and honor the fact that you're here and you're doing something good for your body. Always be proud of you. Lovely. Come on up. Do you feel how it goes from feeling like uncomfortable and anxious? Maybe it's just me, I don't know. And then it kind of settles and you kind of feel okay with it. And then it goes into this next stage of being like, I got this, this is awesome. I can do this, it's so great. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna take it. Yeah, right? And then you're like, oh, this is my happy place now, you know? I don't know. We're gonna go to happy KB, okay? Which is another really great stretch for the hips, okay? So you're gonna come down onto your back. You're gonna bring your legs up and you're going to hold your feet with your hands in your arches. And then you're going to gently pull your legs open. Okay? And then just hang out there. And if you want to, you can gently move side to side like a baby. Just like what little babies do in the crib. If you rock side to side, I find that it feels really lovely on my back. It is, and it's kind of like, I don't know, there's something about the movement, it's a little bit comforting. This is a great restorative pose as well. Excellent. And then you just bring your feet together, like at the heels, and hold your hands on the outside of your feet and gently pull those heels towards your body. Let gravity do that stretch. This is an intense stretch when you're sitting up and doing it on the ground, like on the ground. But by doing it this way, you're letting gravity help you increase that stretch through your hips. Good work, ladies. Just have a couple breaths there. Let the stretch happen. Wiggle your toes if you find you're holding tension in your legs. That will help relax your muscles. Beautiful. Bring your feet to the floor. And we're just going to go up into a bridge, okay? So hands are going to go on the floor. And your feet can be like hip distance apart. And then you're just going to push your hips up to the ceiling, raising up onto your shoulder blades, basically. If you'd like to, you can even bring your hands under so that you're really up on those shoulders. Raising your hips high for the ceiling. Try to keep your legs parallel. Don't let them open up, okay? Keep them parallel. Good, lovely. A few breaths here. Lovely. All right, bring it down. And you can grab something to put on to keep you a little bit warm if you'd like for your relaxation. You're going to move into that because it's that time already. It went by fast, eh? I know. Time flies when you're having fun. So you can choose what position you'd like to be in for your relaxation. Some people like to lay on their side. Some people like to lay on their back. Some people like child's pose. I do recommend laying down just because when you're doing relaxation, it is, I think, somewhat easier to do laying down. But if you want to do it sitting up, it's fine. And as you're laying there, I'm just going to go over and turn those lights down a little bit so they're not so bright in your eyes. I want you to be aware of your breath. And as you breathe in, I want you to take your breath really high up into your chest. Feel your chest raise towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, feel your chest fall and pull that exhale of breath goes right down into your pelvis, really, way down low into your abdominal area. And then just repeat. Breathe in very deliberately. Chest rises. Exhale. Nice deep exhale right down into your belly. Continue to do that. And while you're there, I'd like to invite you, other than my voice and the music, for you to go somewhere else in your mind and body. Ignore all the other sounds around. Let them fade away, like you're just floating away from here. And go to a place where you feel really loved and safe. A place where you feel calm and relaxed. You don't feel any stress. You feel happy. And while you're there, keep breathing really deliberately, full complete breaths. Sending that breath energy into all the parts of your body that just worked hard. Your brain that worked hard to think about what you were doing and coordinate what you were doing. Your arms that were strong and had energy coming out of them, helped to hold you, helped to balance you. Your shoulders, your chest, your back. They all worked really hard. Thank them for helping you be strong, your balance, your legs. Your legs worked really hard. Send a lot of relaxation energy into your legs as you exhale. Very deliberately relax your leg muscles. Let yourself sink into the floor. Everything is just sinking. You feel really heavy. For some people, this part is really challenging. It's hard to just be present and just relax. It's a good exercise to do for yourself. Take one full complete breath in and out. And then as you exhale, I want you to just start to have some vibrations happen in your body. Start to wiggle some stuff. Start to gently move. Maybe bring your knees to your chest and just sway back and forth or in circles. And when you're ready, gently and slowly sit up. Give yourself a big hug. I'm proud of yourself. Thank you, ladies, for coming and spending an hour with me. Hopefully you got something lovely out of it. And I'll see you again next week. Thanks so much. Remember to just get your little bats of spray off and have a lovely rest of your evening. If you have any questions, please always ask.